Boys, the absolute fastest copy trading bot on Solana just came out with a new update, and in my opinion, this just changes the copy trading game forever. If you guys don't already know what TradeWiz is a copy trading bot on Solana and BNB. Not only you can copy trade with TradeWiz, you can also just trade with an extension on top of your existing platform. So you can use TradeWiz on top of Axiom, on top of GMGN, whatever interface you like, you can use TradeWiz on that. But the thing is, I've made videos on TradeWiz already. Why would I find the need to make one more video? And this is where the new update comes in, right? But before we get into the update, why would you choose TradeWiz as your preferred copy trading terminal? And the explanation is really simple. If you look at this video right here that I personally posted, you can see that TradeWiz ended up being so much faster than GMGN when it came to copy trading. And if we go onto their X, we can see that they have posted a full test right here. And if we just skip a little bit forward, we can see right here, out of 8 tests, TradeWiz was the fastest in 6 of them. With Bloombot coming really close, barely beating out in one of these tests, TradeWiz is really the place to be if you want to copy trade on Solana. Now you guys might be wondering, right, is copy trading even profitable in current market, right? When people are buying so much supply, dumping so much, how can copy trading even be viable? And that is exactly where the new TradeWiz update comes in, right? First, we're gonna need to sign up. To sign up, simply click the link in the description down below. Okay, so once you're on this page, the first thing you're gonna need to start copy trading anyone on Solana is to find a suitable wallet. From TradeWiz, you don't have to do much research. You don't have to do much at all, to be honest. Everything is just so streamlined. If we take a look right here, we can see the top 200 KOLs right here. We can also see that how much is their average buy. So every time they buy a token, what is their transaction looking like? For example, this guy right here only buys with $100, and some of these people really do buy with $600 on every single token. Now, if we wanted to copy trade, we could copy trade any single one of these influencers. But if you wanted to match someone's buy, this would be someone I would like to copy trade. Because if I were to copy trade someone who buys with a lot of money, when they sell, my average exit is gonna be a lot lower and I wouldn't make as much money. Whereas with the people who buy a little amount, we can not only copy their exact amount on every single buy, but when they sell, the price impact is not gonna be that much either. But the thing is, boys, for the traditional old copy trading, any of these wallets are probably not suitable because the owners of these wallets, all these KOLs or influencers, really want to dump on their copy traders, and you as a follower is choosing to copy trade them. They are doing nothing wrong. So if you want to do some traditional copy trading, simply go into the smart money section, and here you can see unknown wallets which are really profitable. Now, some of these wallets are going to be unattainable. For example, this guy who buys $6,000 worth of every single token, even if you were to do a fractional buy, the sell is gonna have too much price impact, right? Now, to be fair, this entry point right here is not just one single transaction. They could be buying a coin maybe 10 times, which equates to about $6,300. But again, there is no need to force a copy trade on any one of these wallets. You can do your own research, and the way to do the research is also pretty simple. We can click on any of these wallets and see a lot of stats, right? Here you can determine which wallet to copy trade and which not to copy trade. But if you want a very in-depth, detailed guide on how to choose a suitable wallet for copy trading, click the video on the I button on the top right of the screen right now. Go watch that video first and then come back to this where we set up the copy trade. Okay, now let's just end the yapping and configure a copy trade, right? And now here you guys might be able to see the new secret feature. Well, it's not a secret feature, it's just a new feature which I think could be really useful. It's the new reverse copy, right? We're gonna get into that later. First, let's just assume you wanted to do the traditional copy trade. When a trader buys, you also want to buy, and when he sells, you also want to sell. Simply, we're going to go into the smart money section, copy any wallet. For example, I'm going to go with Yenny's wallet right here. We're going to copy that wallet, move over to copy trade section, click on the new copy trade, place a tag. For example, we're just going to name it Yenny, put a comma right next to it, and then paste the wallet we want to copy trade, right? Now, what we're going to do is set the buy amount. The thing is, these influencers, if you copy trade them, they buy with a lot of money, right? You can set a simple buy amount or a buy ratio. Let's just go over the difference between these two settings. A copy buy amount would be whenever this person buys, regardless of them buying 1 Solana, 10 Solana, or even 0.01 Solana, you want to keep your buy amount fixed. So in my opinion, if you are copy trading with 1 Solana like I am right now, you can choose 0.1 Solana. That is good. That is 10% of your entire portfolio. And you can also set a sole spending limit. Now what that means, for example, if Yeni decides to buy a token 5 times with 5 Solana, you don't want to copy other buys. You only want to follow one of those buys. So for that, we can set a spending limit. For example, anything more than 0.2 Solana on a token or as a whole, we do not want to buy, and we just leave that completely empty, right? We're going to copy the sells as well. Now what that does, whenever Yeni, for example, sells like 50% of his tokens, your copy trading bot is also going to sell 50% of the tokens. We can configure it a bit later as well, but for now, this is what we're going with. For the buy ratio, it's really simple. For example, let's say Yeni buys every single token with 5 Solana. In that case, if we put the buy ratio to about 20%, we're always going to buy 1 Solana on every single 5 Solana buy. For example, let's just say Yeni just bought a token with only 1 Solana. In that case, our bot is going to be copying the exact same thing with 0.2 Solana. So that's how it changes. It is really simple, but quite honestly, I would really not recommend this. I would always go with a fixed copy and set your own buy amount with the perfect risk to reward, right? Now, the next thing we're going to be looking at is the DEX pool. Me personally, I don't like any single one of these, right? These can be profitable, but me personally, bro, I'ma not take the risk. I'm only going to select Pump Fund and Launch Lab, and that is it, right? And now this is where the important stuff comes in. The buy slippage really matters depending on what wallet you're looking to copy trade. For example, if you're copy trading something like Scented, who buys about 5 Solana on every token, his buy alone on a lower market cap coin can make the coin move up to 50% on a single person's buy. In that case, you will need your slippage to be about 50%. Now, quite honestly, I wouldn't recommend copy trading any of these influencers. You need to find smart money wallets, observe their trades first, and see what slippage makes sense. Not only you have to take a look at how much price impact their buy brings, but also take an account for all the other people that are buying. So a safe bet here, in my opinion, is 25% slippage on buy, and the buy pump slippage also about 30%, right? Now the default fees on TradeWiz is really good in my opinion. 0001 on buy fees and 002 on the buy tip is really good. If you want to go a bit lower, this is the max I would recommend. Anything lower than this and you will be missing out on a lot of good timed buys. TradeWiz being the fastest wouldn't matter anymore because you're limiting its full potential with a really minuscule tip. Now anti-mev is really important in my opinion. This is going to prevent you from being filled at unreasonable market caps, but this will take a little bit more fees. So depending on your budget, depending on your buy settings, you can have this on, you can have this off. It is completely up to you, right? So I'm just gonna have it off because I don't really think I'm gonna get meved on any single one of these copy trades. The next thing we're gonna be doing is select sell slippage. Sell slippage should honestly be about 30%. If anything, you want to get out when the wallet is out the fastest, in my personal opinion. And the reason for that is sometimes the coin tends to rug while the influencer or the wallet is in the coin still, and they just click sell really fast. And let's just assume when the coin dumped, the wallet you're tracking sold it for a 50% loss, but now because of their buy, the price has dipped to about a 60% dip, right? So you want the slippage to be enough so your transaction goes through. So even if you follow a losing trade, instead of losing 100% of your buy amount, you only lose about 60 to 70%. This is really good for loss cutting and really important. So I'll keep it 30 for all of these, reduce the tip a little bit, and no mev settings here as well. Alright, now these are the advanced copy trading settings. This really depends on the wallet you're tracking. For example, you're looking at Yeni's wallet like we are right now, and let's assume you notice that Yeni tends to perform really good only when he's trading 100k market cap coins. So something after migration is really where Yeni shines. For that, you can keep a filter of only copying maybe coins that are above 100k market cap, and minimum token age, minimum trader buy limit, everything can be done here. Almost every single configurable filter that you can use to see suitable tokens on your Axiom or any single DEX that you use can be used on TradeWiz to particularly copy trade the tokens that you like. And this tool is really powerful, boys, because the token age really matters. For example, Yeni is buying a token that he does not see much potential in, but is in it for a really quick pump. And now what I mean by that is something like this. This token right here pumped a little bit and then went to absolute zero in a matter of seconds. Let's just assume Yeni wanted to buy this token right here and sell this token right here. The price impact on a lower market cap coin is so much higher that you can barely ever make money money off copy trading, right? So we can also set a limit of token age being at least 5 minutes for you to copy a trader. Now this is really powerful. I would advise you to go look into it and test your own settings, but in my opinion it really just depends wallet to wallet and their trading style. And now let's go on to auto sells. This right here is really powerful. If you guys look at wallets that tend to hold for a longer time, and instead of booking their losses early, they decide to let the coin die to absolute zero and their investment with it, you can still copy trade those wallets but with better settings. We can turn on take profit and stop losses right here, and we can configure it so that as soon as the profit hits 50%, we take out, and as soon as the loss hits 50%, we also get out, right? That is just as easy as that. Now the trading stop loss is also very good. Here we can set how much of our position we want to sell. For example, let's just say if the coin pumps about 50%, we're gonna sell 25% of our position, and whenever we do that sell, we want our stop loss to be up in profits for about 10%. So whenever this metric gets met, so let me imagine this metric for you boys, right? We buy right here, coin pumps up 50%, we sell 25% of our balance, right? And now our stop loss is automatically set to about this level right here. So even if the coin decides to dump like this, we are always in profits. And this is really powerful, right? And not only this, we can also set a time sell. For example, let's say 20 seconds after every buy, does not matter where the coin is, you want to get out of the coin. You can set that right here as well. But the thing is, boys, this is the traditional copy trading. How about the new improved feature? Now these settings right here allow you to copy trade wallets even like Cupsy and make a lot of money, right? In my opinion, this is the most powerful setting in all across copy trading bots on the Solana platform. So let's just get into it, right? Just for this thing, we're going to choose something like Scented, who decides to absolutely mess up with the charts. We're going to go into new reverse copy trade. We're going to put this wallet, right? We're gonna name it maybe reverse Scented, because we're reverse buying Scented, right? I'm going to explain what it does in a second, but for now, let's just do this, right? We're going to put a fixed buy amount. We're going to make it 0.1 Solana. We're going to, of course, uncheck everything that we don't want to see. We can do the pump fund AMM, and that's about it, right? We don't need to touch any of these things. Now this is where the magic happens. Now what I'm talking about here is really important. Let's look at a coin, right? Let's look at any coin that any of these influencers traded. For example, this coin right here, right? If we go back, we can see who is this guy. We can see Attract Wallet, probably an influencer. Kev bought this token right here and he sold this token right here. Now if we were to copy trade this guy regularly, we would have lost money on this. But what if we were using the new reverse copy trading feature? Now what this does, we put in a wallet, and whenever that wallet sells, for example right here, it's sold on this dip right here, this was the wallet sell, our bot is going to go ahead and buy the freaking token, right? Now this is really good, really powerful, right? Because whenever these influencers sell, there is going to be a big dip and you can eat a lot of this dip. Let's just say you were to do this with this token, and oh my god, this would have paid you a lot of money. Like at its current market cap, that is more than a 12x. That is really just a lot of money, right? And the thing is, boys, once you start copy trading someone like this, buying on the dips, you don't have to resort to an auto sell, right? You can click on my copies, and whenever the wallet is in a position, you can manually see how much Solana you are up, and you can sell from right here as well. It's going to give you options to sell 50 or 100%, so you can actively catch dips. So it's not really copy trading if you're actually looking at sells and doing manual sells, but it's giving you the perfect entry on a perfect dip, which can make you a fuck ton of money in my opinion. But the best part is you can run this setting on AFK mode as well. Now what I mean by AFK mode is really simple. After configuring all of this stuff up, you can select that after maybe 50 seconds, I want to sell 100% of my holdings. Now this is really good, because the thing is, if I were to buy this token on AFK mode with this new feature, I buy that here, 50 seconds later the chart would be around here, exactly around here. 53 seconds later I would have made money, right? That would have been a free 74%, and that is the beauty of this new TradeWiz feature. And I would really recommend for you guys to check out TradeWiz right now through the link in the description down below, only because if this feature gets mainstream and a lot of other bots do this, they're obviously gonna be slower than TradeWiz. TradeWiz in my testing, in their own testing, is the fastest, and And let's just assume everyone and their mother starts to buy dips on scented cells. You are going to be the first one to enter, and you're going to be the one making the most amount of money, right? So if you want to join TradeWiz, click the link in the description down below. That would support the channel, and you would also get access to this exact same page right here. And if you want to learn how to find insider wallets that you could potentially copy trade, click the video on your screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.